Yes, my people, I am back again with my last video for you for this very day. The next video, you receive it before either you go to bed in Africa or Europe or when you are up, because it's already late here in Southeast Asia. Yeah, where I am, it's already late. It's 9:20 p.m. here right now. And so today we spoke about a lot of issues, a lot. Yes, my last video to you, I made it very clear that Mauricio Pochettino has 3 more games to go. 3 games. If he doesn't win those 3 games, next 3 games, he's gone. Chelsea, we have a DNA, we have a tradition. Yeah. It's a project, we understand. But a project does not mean we should be lying on 15th position, 16th position, 18th. No. No, that is not the project, the kind of project we talk about in Chelsea. He knows, if you remember some of his quotes previously, he always made very clear, Chelsea is a winning team. The Chelsea Football Club is a club that wins. It is a project, yes, it is a project. But that doesn't mean we have 2 years, 3 years to start winning. No. We are not a mid-table club. Chelsea is not a mid-table club. £1 billion is not just spent to be at the mid-table. Now we are not even at the mid-table. We are the lower part of the table. By the way, after a sober reflection, and from the things I've read both on Twitter and some newses, and Fabrizio Romano also came up with daily briefing, and I want to go through it for you quickly. Mauricio Pochettino's difficult start at Chelsea continued yesterday with a 1-0 defeat at home to Aston Villa. It's not his fault. It is the general situation at the club. And he made it clear before the Villa game that this is a long-term project. Still, we have to acknowledge that they've lost another game. And it is not an easy moment for Chelsea. Oli Watkins scored the winner at Stamford Bridge. And the result leaves the Blues 14th in the table with just 1 win and just 5 goals scored in their opening 6 games. No one is happy with the current situation at the club. But the message from the club remains the same. This is a long-term project. It's a process that will take time. I can honestly say I'm not surprised by the situation because it's a very young squad and it's a project that will take time. It was not possible to think that many young players could make an impact in 1 or 2 months. Of course, this is not positive, as Chelsea are an ambitious, let me say it again. Of course, this is not a positive, as Chelsea are an ambitious club and expect to be on a different level. This is where my point is. Expect to be on a different level. But this is the reality. It takes time. My friends, no matter how anybody wants to look at it, this is from Fabrizio Romano. One thing that I am certain of is Pochettino has 3 more games to play. 3 games. Listen to what Gary Neville has said. The Manchester United legend. This is what he has to say. Gary Neville has predicted Todd Boehly to make some major changes following Chelsea's defeat at Aston Villa. Oli Watkins led Unai Emery's side to a 1-0 win over the Blues at Stamford Bridge on Sunday afternoon, scoring his first Premier League goal of the season. What are Chelsea doing? Said the former Manchester United defender on his podcast. As quoted by the Metro, what is happening? I've got great faith in Mauricio Pochettino, but he's got a huge pack of cards and he's struggling to know which hand to play. It's a mystery, as to what's happening at Chelsea. Sometimes chaos just flows through clubs. I think there will be some changes in how they go about their business. I can't see this lasting in terms of how it's been run. It's madness. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Speaking on BBC, this is what Watkins, the goal scorer for Aston Villa, Watkins, the goal scorer for Aston Villa, this is what he has to say to BBC Sports after the game. And as shown on Match of the Day 2, Ole Watkins suggested that it was harsh to dismiss Gusto for his tackle. The Villa striker said, "I thought it was definitely a yellow card, but I'm not sure about the red card. That gives us the advantage. 10 men, and we then created a few chances, maybe not as many as we should, with them having 10 men. But it's nice that we caught them on the counter, and I got my first goal of the season." This was the goal scorer, and it was the same person that the foul was committed on, the alleged foul that resulted in the red card. The alleged foul that resulted in the red card. He said, it looks like this is a yellow card, but definitely not a red card situation. So the referee, you have to come again. That is why some of us, we believe Chelsea should appeal that red card decision. Listen, even though we try to put the blame on Pochettino, I also want to believe, on the second thought, that if not for the red card, the game would have been a different thing altogether. Because at that point in time, Modric was still in the game. And Modric was creating a lot of chances, was giving them problems, was giving Aston Villa a lot of problems on that left wing side. But until the red card came, and things have to be changed. My dear friend, tonight, or this afternoon, wherever you are, I just want you to understand something. Chelsea, no matter how people want to take it, that Chelsea needs time. We the fans, the supporters, we know our DNA. We know our blood. We know what drives us on. The situation we find ourselves in now, Pochettino has the next 48 hours, like I said earlier on Wednesday, to redeem his image, to redeem himself. He and the club and the team, whatever they need to do, today they are to go back and watch that game. On Wednesday, we expect to see a totally different team. The team that we saw on preseason. No, wait a minute. Okay, I'm beginning to believe. They scammed us during the preseason. We were scammed. We were shown what they don't have. They flashed us something that they don't really have. For us to believe in the team, to believe in the club. Mauricio Pochettino gave us hope with all his talks. With the game we watched in preseason, that is a game we want to see in the Premier League. Now that we are missing out on Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, Nico. Pochettino will be forced to rethink Chelsea 11. 2 new suspensions is not what Chelsea needed. Given the lengthy injuries list, Malo Gusto was handed a red card for his challenge on Lucas Digne after a VAR review saw his initial booking upgraded. While Nicholas Jackson picked up his 5th yellow card of the season when he stood in the way of Aston Villa free kick. Mauricio Pochettino noted his side would have to grow up to avoid such circumstances. And now Gusto is set to miss 3 matches for the Blues, having been sent off against Brighton in the Carabao Cup, Fulham and Burnley. Jackson will miss next week's clash against Cottagers. Unfortunately for the Blues head coach, he may not have natural replacements ready to start from the off. Reece James, despite making positive steps in his return from injury, has still not been in a Chelsea squad following the first match of the season. While Armando Broja is now an option up front, whether he will have built his fitness to a point of being able to start a game in the next week remains to be seen. Yeah. Armando Broja will have to step up this week. Maybe the Carabao Cup will be a very good ground for him to start. But we still have David Washington, which many suggested will have the opportunity to start. But right now, as it stands, Pochettino will have to find a solution. Not playing Sterling like we saw in the second half. No. Sterling is not an out striker. I'm not here. I don't want to talk too much. Today I've spoken at length. I have done a lot of criticism. I tried to analyze the whole game. I came up with my own verdict that the coach will be going in the next 3 games if he fails to win. And it's not just my own verdict. It is a verdict of many. It is a verdict of many. Many pundits out there. And the boardroom, the directors, they are not happy. And so it is no secret that he has few games to go. If things doesn't change, yeah. Tonight or this afternoon, wherever you are, we have tomorrow, Tuesday, to prepare for the next game on Wednesday. Let me just leave it like that. Until then, when I will get the details of what transpired today in our training camp, in our training ground, because as we speak, the players are at Cobham having their training, recovery, and some tactical training. Let me get the details later tonight. By the time you're about to go to bed or when you are up from bed, I'll give you exclusives of all that transpired at Cobham today. Shalom and peace.